Okay, good morning or evening, friends. This is going to be quick. I won't be before you long. I have delved into the character of Spawn for quite some time. Since his release, work is still going on, so I can't just kind of pour myself into it. Thank God work is still going on. I know some people are being displaced because of the effects of the virus. You're in my prayers. I don't know. It's really weird. Like, this whole situation is super duper weird, and I don't know how to handle it all. But nevertheless, we're gonna press on with this here Spawn. This is gonna be the quick video. There will be a more in-depth video coming up. I think for the quick video, and what I'm gonna do now, and what I'm gonna start doing more often, is to try to focus on just the basic stuff. Because I think that's something that kind of bogs in the video down. I might still go over it when I go through the in-depth stuff, but a lot of the basic stuff you can get from here. I am in the Hellspawn variation, which allows me to do stuff like this. Chain, baby! Get chained on! Anyway, so this is what we want to look at. Number one, the first thing we want to talk about is Spawn being kind of a range beast. He is absolutely great at mid-range. I think that's going to be the effective range for Spawn. At mid-range, you can do the back one, which is a great attack. I don't believe it's safe on block. Practice options. Damage info, button on, game hook, frame data, frame data. Can you? Yeah, I don't think it's safe on block, though. No, negative 11 on block. But if you get the hit, you do get this nice little overhead. Ooh. And that's important because if you have attacks that attack low, like these chains, you have a mix-up. So they block this. You can come in with the overhead, or you can come in with the mix-up. By the way, this variation is absolutely the mix-up variation. We'll get to that later. But, ooh. So now they have to determine how they block. Now, if they block high, they set up for a possible combo. They set up for a possible combo if they block high. If they block low, you get positioning. Say you're in the corner, throw them out. If you're pushing them toward the corner. Whoops. Whoops. Now you have the low, but the low is going to push them away. So you have a few options to play with. This is one of my favorite strings. It's not safe, and it's not even relatively fast. But coupled with particularly this variation, I think the other ones have some stuff you can use too. Coupled with this variation, you have a lot of different options. This one's actually really good here. They gotta make a decision. If you can train them, blocking high, all of a sudden you come in and, whoops, 423 or 448. And that gives you the space, it allows you to use this, which is one of the best projectiles I think in the game. Is it full screen? Look at the speed, really nice speed. It is a high, it only does 60 damage. Now, the cool thing about the projectile is that when you amplify it, you get the second shot, but you can amplify this thing ridiculously late. Let's say just before the hourglass, we're gonna hit the amplification button. See how long that took for me to amplify it? You're gonna be able to catch it. That was actually after the hit. Well, I'm about to beat her now. That felt like it was after the hit. Okay, so not after the hit. Let's see. That's on the other side of the hourglass there. That's almost a full, it's over 3/4 of the screen that thing is going before I'm amplifying it. That's gonna make it really difficult for people to like jump over your projectiles. But push them up. Yeah, you can have them follow up pretty quick. You can delay it. You can catch your opponent slipping a lot with that projectile. I think it's one of the best ones in the game. And it also combos. Oh, also apparently in close, you get an extra hit. So this is the projectile. One hit for 60. In close. It's now 2 hits for 87. Which makes a difference with... And this is more of that range game I'm talking about. Because I'm able to get this nice little mid-range from here. Ooh. Now I got options. In addition to that, you have a very simple combo in the 3-4. 3-4 is a great combo because it's actually pretty quick, even though that first hit is high. That's the first thing. But it's a pretty good poke, just to kind of keep people out. Back up. Back up, boy. And then you can do all kinds of work from there. Including, I don't have the variation. Let me swap variation real quick. One of my favorite moves in this game. Yes, it's still from Hades, because, you know, the game. It's okay if they say it. But this is one of my favorite moves in the game. And with this combo, you can get that. And if you amplify it, well, you can't do it at max range. But if you get the hit and amplify it, you get some pretty good damage. That's almost 25% damage off of this thing. Green code always works. But all kinds of work you can do. So that's really good. Look at that. I like this too. All these options you got, man. I'm telling you, it's a lot of work you can put in with these long range. The other mid-range monster is Forward 2. That can be canceled into chain in the combo, or it can be canceled into the low. I don't know how that is. That string in some way. Hang on. I don't want to lie too much. That's it. Throw it in there. That can't be canceled, but the low can. And the fact that the low can be canceled is actually really good because it makes your opponent have to understand not just that you have cape attacks, but that each one does something different. So if I start with back one, if I start with forward 2, the next hit's a low. You kind of got to be careful with what you do. As you might imagine, I like the overhead better because it does more damage. Get that overhead, and because it combos into it springs into a combo. Those are really important. This string I thought I was gonna like more. I just don't. And the reason I don't like it is because it's a dial combo. So it's 1, 4, up 3. I'm sorry, 2, 4, up 3 into 2 again. Whoops. There it goes. And that's part of the problem. You can get the 2 and 4 out and cancel that into a combo. You got all kinds of options you can do there. But the 3 will not come out unless you also put the 4 in time. So you gotta, if you're gonna go for the full thing, you gotta commit to it. You also have to commit to it if you're going for the fatal blow, which hits only if the 3rd hit fails. Now it's very beneficial. Because you can deal so much damage with it. But it's something to note that if you start that, you might want to make sure you can finish it because your opponent is going to be able to take advantage. Because you have to go along with the full play. It's not a bad string. I just don't like it because it's a dollar combo, and I'm not a big dollar combo. That's part of the reason I haven't given Katana a fair chance. Is just because so many of her combos are dial combos, and I don't like them. It's the same, but it's such a strong attack that I'm not mad. It can be comboed into to look nice. You know, you got all kinds of options with it. It's really nice. The other thing that's really big for Spawn is this nice little mix-up they gave you in the corner that just involves throw. So 9 times out of 10, if somebody's in the corner and they're going to throw, they're going to try to throw to get you inside the corner as they back up. So now they can reverse the pressure that you had on them and put it right back on you. The cool thing about Spawn is he has another option for that. He has a fatal blow, crushing blow, that only works if you're in the corner. And as you see, it creates that stagger effect that allows you to get a full combo out. So we're gonna come back to the corner here, grab this, watch this. I messed it up. Let's do the forward. Let's do that instead. We're gonna get the throw. Look at this. Almost 40% damage off of just the throw from the corner. And I've pushed them so far away from the screen, on the other side of the screen, that I don't have to worry about the corner pressure anymore. So it's going to give people a little more to think about when they deal with that. That's also really neat. If you're in a variation that has this move, you can almost always hit it with kick. Up to almost 25% damage. Or you can just do this, leave them in a stand state, and have them deal with your next time. Oops. Oops. And now you gotta be ready for the next attack. It's smart. That's probably enough for just the early on stuff. There's some more stuff I'll get into when we get into the deep dive. I will do a deep dive. I will go through each of the variations one by one. It's gonna be great. I can't wait. The character's pretty much what I wanted. This right here is an awesome move. It's a baseline move. It's awesome because it hits on, if your opponent is breaking away, you still get to continue your combo. And if you amplify it now, or it does extra damage, if you amplify it, if you catch them on the breakaway, and then you amplify it, it pops them back towards you, which allows you to do more damage. We'll get into that later on. Either way, this is just a quick primer. There will be more to come. Remember, as you're starting out learning your Spawn, try to stay about mid-range. Particularly in a variation like this, because you can really keep your opponent out, and then surprise them with an attack. They gotta deal with now. All sorts of options are coming your way. Burn! Either way, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Hang on to your horses. By this weekend, I know I don't work Friday. I had the intention to go see Overwatch in Atlanta. Overwatch League was coming to Atlanta. They had to cancel due to the virus. So I've just kept my my vacation request already on, that I had on the books already. So at the very least, at Friday, we should be able to get that full deep dive in. I should be able to do it tomorrow night, and you'll have the video Friday, and then I can focus Friday on just some matches, but we'll see. Also, excuse me, I'm trying to go through the towers with Spawn so I can get all the information and all the cool stuff I can. Brutalities, costumes, all that kind of stuff. I really like this particular costume for for the way he looks now, because he kind of reminds me of Deadpool, and I love it. Look at that. That's so cool. It's also really cool when they jump in the air. You get all kinds of hits. But that's for another day. Either way, thanks so much for watching, everybody. I'll catch y'all later. Peace out!